Welcome friends in lecture first science of lesson 12 electricity. Now in this particular chapter we are going to learn certain topics of electric concept like charges, electric current, potential difference, power, energy, etc. Fine. First we are going to start with what you understand by the word as charges. Now what are charges basically? So the charges are of we count the charge in the form of an atoms first of all. Now you know you have already studied what is an atom is. So atom has got two types of charges. One is positive charge. Positive charge. So positive charge is nothing but protons, and another is negative charge, that is electrons. Right, so there are two types of charges. First is proton and second is electron. Electrons are rotating. If I draw a structure of an atom in a spherical, the nucleus is at the center, and this is the positive charge. This is the positive charge, and the electrons are rotating around the nucleus. So this is a negative charge. So this is negative charge. That means electrons are free from the nucleus and rotating in the surrounding. These nucleus in the lattices. Lattices means a structure where the different atoms are bounded. So these are the atoms which are bounded here, and in these atoms which are bounded with respect to each other, if I draw these atoms which are bounded with respect to each other, these atoms, I will draw a spot at the center, so you will understand the nucleus is at the center of the. So these electrons are moving freely. The electrons are there on an atom also. I am just putting one electron on each atom, so one must understand that these are electrons which are present to each of the atom, and the electrons which are rotating inside and freely also. That means this is an electron which is at the center. This is an electron. This is an electron which is moving. So these are the electrons which are free by their nature and rotating between the lattices, between the atoms. These are electrons which are rotating between the atoms. So the electrons which are rotating between the atoms are free electrons, and therefore these electrons can travel from one point to the another point. So these moving charges are capable of traveling from one point to the another point. So anything which is moving, like if you say water which is moving, so you say this is water current. So the molecules of water is moving, so you say it is a water current. If the molecules of air is moving, you say this is an air current. The same way the electrons are moving in the lattice of any element like iron, copper, aluminium, etc., is called electric current. Right? So the charges which are moving, the electrons are moving in the lattices from in an element. This is a structure of an element where all the atoms are of, suppose, iron, copper. The elements may be from iron, maybe copper, maybe aluminium, maybe silver, etc. Any of them. Right? So these of the lattices in which the electrons are capable of moving from one point to the another point. So we call this particular flow of electrons as an electric current. Now we understand what are the charges. First of all, the charges, as I told you, are of two types, positive and negative. Initially what happened, that we understood that electric current is nothing but moving of positive charge. Later on we understood in initial phase, so initially we understood that moving of positive charge, that is protons, is electric current. Later it proved wrong. And moving of moving of electrons moving of electrons was found responsible for electric current. Fine. So this was found responsible for electric current. So moving of electric current is nothing but moving of electrons from one point to the another point. Now the next thing that we are going to try to understand is what is the symbol of charge. So the symbol of charge is Q. Right, the symbol of charge is nothing but Q. It can be represented by small q, maybe from the large Q. So the total charge Q, now Q is nothing but equals to n number of electrons. That means why n number of electrons? Because the n number of electrons, suppose 50 electrons are there, multiply by charge of 1 electron, the 1 multiplied by 50 counts to be the total charge present. Right, the SI unit of charge is coulombs. Fine, coulombs. So SI unit of charge is basically coulombs and the symbol is C. Right, the symbol is taken as C. The symbol is taken as C. So the SI unit of charge coulombs is taken as C. So we count for whatever the value. If I take that value of n is 50 and the charge of 1 electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to 9 minus 19. So multiply by that is going to give you the total charge present. So I hope so you understand what is charge. Now how many number of electrons are present in 1 coulomb? So Coulomb suggested that is 1 coulomb is equals to 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. So 1 coulomb contains how many number of electrons? So 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. These many electrons coincide whatever the amount of charge is nothing but 1 coulombs. Right? So these many electrons, these many number of electrons multiply by charge of 1 electrons coincide to form 1 coulomb of charge. Now if I say in opposite form, okay, what is the charge of 1 electron? So 1 coulombs, in terms of coulombs I would ask, I would write as coulombs and number of electrons. So 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons forms 1 coulomb of charge. So 1 electron forms how much coulomb? Means what is the value of 1 electron in terms of coulombs? So if I take this as an x as an value, what is the charge? This value as an x. So x is equals to 1 multiplied by 1 whole upon 6.25 into 10 raised to 18. And if I calculate it out, so it comes out to be 100 here upon 625, and I would take 10 raised to 18. Right? So if I cancel this out, 25 4s and 25 25s, making it 40. So x comes out to be this is 4 here. So if I take this value here, 4 and 25, right, cancelling furthermore, if I take one more 10, multiplying 10 from both the sides, you will get here 10 raised to 90. If I multiply by 10 raised to 1 here and 10 raised to 1 here from above and below, so x value turns out to be 40. 10 multiplied by here it is 25, and this is 10 raised to 18 plus 1, that will be 19. So if I still cancel it out, 5 8s and 5 5s. So 8 divided by 5 comes out to be 1.6, and this value is 19, comes out to be 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. So this is the whole calculation which shows the value of one electron. This is one electron charge. This is one electron charge. So one electron in terms of coulomb is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. This is the value of one electron. Right, so this value comes out to be for one electron. So this is how you calculate. So Coulomb's calculated this value and showed to us that what was the value of one electron. Now furthermore, what is 1 ampere as in current? So electric current is measured in ampere, because ampere was the one who suggested about it, right? SI unit is ampere and symbol A is I of an electric current. Now what is the value of I here? So I is equals to Q upon T. Q upon T. So that is charge. This is charge upon time taken. Upon the time. That how much amount of charge is passing in this much amount of time. So if I take this as in terms of ampere, this is equals to 1 coulombs upon seconds. Time is taken in seconds. So coulombs upon second, coulombs per second. This is equals to nothing but ampere. So what is the value of ampere is coulombs per second. That how much amount of coulomb of charge passing in 1 second of time. So what is the definition? So define of 1 ampere that is 1 coulomb of charge passes any cross section area in 1 second of time. Is called as 1 ampere. Right, this is called as in 1 ampere. Therefore 1 ampere is equals to 1 coulombs upon 1 second of time. 1 coulombs upon 1 second of time. This is called as 1 ampere. Yes, furthermore we can understand in terms of milliampere and microampere also. Now what is 1 milliampere? 1 milliampere is equals to 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. That is a 1000 part of an ampere is 1 milliampere. This is called as 1 milliampere. 1 milliampere. In a similar manner, 1 mu, this symbol is called as mu. 1 mu A is equals to 10 raised to minus 6 ampere. 10 raised to minus 6 zeros. Right, 1 divided by 6 zeros. So unit 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and lakh. Unit 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and lakh and 10 lakh. That is a 10 lakh part of an ampere. That is called as an 1 microampere. 1 micro microampere. 1 microampere. 1 microampere is 10 raised to minus 6 part of 1 ampere. This is 1 microampere. Fine. I hope so you understood this much. So thank you for this particular lecture.